Good evening, and welcome along to the show. It's going to be another good one tonight. We're starting things off by keeping it country with this guy.
If you drive a lorry or a pickup truck, drink Jack Daniels or Jameson, fill your glass and raise it up. It's all country, green grass lane on a red dirt road, barbed wire fences or walls of stone. It don't matter where you call home, it's all country. We dance underneath the same old stars in a Donegal pub or a Broadway bar. A fiddle is a fiddle, no matter where you are. Yeah, it's all country. Sheep farmer in the Galway rain, a cowboy on a Texas plain, rows of barley, fields of maize. It's all country. Turn on the radio and we're all singing along with Dolly or Philomena, straight from the heart. Can't you feel it? It's all country. We dance underneath the same old stars in a Donegal pub or a Broadway bar. A fiddle is a fiddle, no matter where you are. Yeah, it's all.
So I may have mentioned this on the series already, but we are celebrating 21 years of this TV show. And my next guest who's joining me tonight, I think I've probably known for around 21 years as well, or maybe more. But way back when I first met him, he looked like this. Yeah. He's changed a lot in the last 21 years as well. Derek Ryan is with us in the studio. How are you?
I haven't seen that picture now, so I'm kind of worried.
Of course, it was you back in the boy band days.
Yes.
Of D-side.
It's impossible. I'm only 21, so I don't know how.
Exactly, yeah. But I mean, do you cringe when you look back at those boy band photographs?
Look, sometimes I suppose. Look, it's like anyone looking back at photos. I mean, everything changes, style, fashion, you name it. But you know you're kind of getting older when things come into fashion twice. So like I've seen things coming around full circle twice. So no, it's great. Like I'm very proud of those days now. Looking back, we achieved an awful lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's always nice.
I always remember playing the song "Real World" on the radio. That was a great radio song and a great pop song.
Yeah, actually, we performed it on our recent tour, our 2025 concert tour.
Wow.
I did a boy band medley, and I kick it off with "Real World," and it was in the top 10 in the Irish charts for something like I think it was 19 weeks or something.
Yeah.
Which was crazy, and it got an awful lot of airplay in Ireland, and then it was number 9 in the UK. Charts, and so look, I mean, there was some great things.
And looking back to that time as well, did you ever imagine that all these years later you'd be in the country music scene?
I didn't, but like at the same time, I suppose I grew up with country music and Irish music, and I think in a way you kind of find in the end you find your way. You find your, and I it comes natural to me.
Yeah.
So when I'm singing country music, it just kind of flows, and when I'm writing it, it just flows. And I think that's, people often ask me what advice would you give to people starting out, and I think that's the one thing I would say is that, follow whatever's natural to you, that style of music, and don't be forcing anything. Don't be wanting to be a pop or a rock singer when you're not a rock singer,
Yes,
and then I think then people will, it's real, and then if you're real, I think people are kind of can connect with that,
Yeah. Brilliant. Now, you've been to Nashville recently. I was in Nashville this time last year for the first time, and I just fell in love with this city.
Yeah.
I mean, especially for anybody in the country music scene, this is the place to go and record and write, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, like, I went out there, actually 2016, I recorded an album out there, but since then, I think it was 2017, 18, I went out to write, and just with a load of different writers, and I really clicked with a guy called Trent Willman. Fantastic writer, great guy from Texas originally. We just became great friends, and he said to me, if you're ever coming back out to write or record, give me a shout. So I had this idea for an EP, and he's a Grammy-winning producer. I mean, he's Cody Johnson's producer, and all these crazy stuff. But just a really nice guy, and just it was just so much to learn, you know, just a great learning experience.
But it's a little bit like Ireland, Nashville, isn't it? Because it's got the big music heritage, you've got the big storytelling heritage as well. It's got good connections, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's I mean, that's why I think Trent always said that we clicked. I think he has Irish heritage anyway, and you know, he says Texans are very like Irish, you know, the sense of humour, and he said if you can't dance to a song in Texas, it's not a proper song. You know?
Exactly, yeah.
People won't listen to it. So, but I mean, look, obviously Nashville is you know, it's Music City, but it's I think it's the home of a lot of genres now, not just country. I mean, some of the biggest studios, some of the best songwriters in the world are living there, even if they're not country.
Your music as well, I mean, it travels all over the world. I was on your YouTube channel earlier on, and there was messages from Nairobi and Kenya.
Yeah.
There was a girl called Julie from Melbourne who was getting in touch. There's fans all over the world.
Yeah, I find YouTube is one of those platforms where that it does travel an awful lot. Actually, just a little story. There was a song of mine called "Made of Gold," which I recorded back in. It was title track of my second album. I think it was 2011. And recently, in the last couple of years, it's just gone crazy with views. Like I'm up to 15 million views from like 50,000 views. You know, up to 15 million. It's nice. I think, you know, you kind of you know, you kind of settle into yourself, don't you? As the years go on. And you feel a bit more confident. You know what you can do, what you can't do, and everything's just a bit more relaxed.
You've seen a lot of changes in the Irish country music since you've been around in the beginning. What do you think we're going to see any more changes in the next 5 or so years? How do you think things are going to pan out?
It's difficult to know. If I know that, I'll be a multi-millionaire. No, I just look at again, you know, you just never know. You see these patterns developing. I think folk music is very big at the minute. You know, there's kind of like, you know, big bands like the Tumbling Paddies. It's amazing, really. And it's probably down to, like, you know, a lot of things. Well, country's more mainstream, but as well, you know, like different radio stations playing it day in, day out, and that kind of thing. So I think we could do it in an Irish country radio station.
Definitely.
You know, I think I always say I think Luke Combs and these lads have enough plays, you know, all over the world. I think we need a station playing us. But look,
but it was great recently to see the Irish guys getting recognised by the president. You all went to that big party.
Oh, we did. Yeah. I was singing for him. That was a great honour. I mean, honour of a lifetime, really. You know, it was it was kind of a celebration of everybody, you know, the promoters, venues, managers, artists, everything. And I suppose it was just because we play in so many, you know, we're in people's communities, we're in there playing, and we're marquees and festivals and what have you. You know, we're not like, I suppose, these big international, we come once a year, we're in there all the time, and we're gigging left, right and centre, especially festival season in Ireland was just crazy this summer. We were up and down.
When I look at your tour dates, all of you guys, I mean, you're up and down the country nearly every night of the week. Do you never get fed up thinking, I need a break?
I know we do take
a serious amount of mileage every year.
We're talking about 40. I kind of look after myself a bit more now, and gym it a lot more, and take breaks and take holidays, and you need it because, I mean, you know, there was times there, you know, I suppose when things kick off, you are going to be busy, you know, it's just a natural kind of a thing. You just, not obsessed, I don't think is the right word, but you just want to get going, and you'll take on everything and anything, and then it gets to a point where you kind of have to go, right, we need to call a halt here and see what we need to do and what we don't need to do, and, you know, kind of balance it all out. But I think every artist has that period of a few years where when you're hot, you have to go for it, you know.
When you're on the road, is there one thing you can't live without? What do you have to bring with you on tour?
On the road, it's a good question. I do bring this. I do bring a hot water bottle a lot of places.
Really?
Especially if I'm on tour in Scotland or somewhere, because you just never know with hotels. Doesn't matter how, you know, nice or not nice the hotel is. Sometimes you might get there and the room is cold, and I'm just really funny. I can't sleep if I'm cold. Like, I just and then when you're on tour, sleep is so valuable. Like, you might only get a few hours, and you need to get them. Like, so
brilliant. Tour dates as well. You've got a load of dates booked in for 2026 already. I know there's a big Grand Opera House show coming up.
Grand Opera House in Belfast. Yeah, we did it last year for the first time in a long time. What an amazing venue. I mean, it was a great night. It was one of the best concerts I've ever done, you know, ever performed at. The audience was unreal, atmosphere was brilliant, and there's just something prestigious about the Opera House, you know. So we're looking forward to getting back there. I said to my manager when it came straight off, get us back here. Always look forward to playing Belfast. We've had some magic nights in the last few years, with Belsonic and Farmers Bashes and stuff. It was just, so
Brilliant.
It's a great spot to come to.
Well, Derek, always good to see you. Thank you so
Thanks
much for
very much.
joining us.
Likewise.
And we'll see you back here in the Grand Opera House next year.
Thank you very much, Robin. Thank you.
Thank you.
My nights have been lonely since my one and only drove out of town and drove me to tears. I can't keep pretending I'm fine with it ending, and that's how I ended up here. Give me a Guinness, a strong chaser with it, to chase her right out of my mind. It's plain and it's simple, it's black and white. I'm gonna Guinness my girl goodbye. I'm gonna Guinness my girl goodbye. I know it's over, but over and over her memory plays in my head like a song. Mr. Bartender, fill up that forgetter till I can get her gone. Yeah, give me a Guinness, a strong chaser with it, to chase her right out of my mind. It's plain and it's simple, it's black and white. I'm gonna Guinness my girl goodbye. I'm gonna Guinness my girl goodbye. Yeah, she split with me. So I split the G. So give me a Guinness, a strong chaser with it, to chase her right out of my mind. It's plain and it's simple, it's black and white. I'm gonna Guinness my girl goodbye. Oh, please give me a Guinness, a strong chaser with it, to chase her right out of my mind. It's plain and it's simple, it's black and white. I'm gonna Guinness my girl goodbye. I'm gonna Guinness my girl goodbye.
Now, it's always good to get out of the studio and visit somewhere new. This week, I paid a visit to Buncrana up in Donegal and caught up with a 90s music legend. You know what they say, things can only get better. Okay, so we're here in a fabulous recording studio in Buncrana, up here in Donegal. I'm looking through a window at the minute and I can see the most beautiful views of the beach. I can see the coastline, and in here in the studio we've got a music legend from D-Ream. Peter Cunnah's here. How are you, sir?
Thank you, Rob. Thanks for coming.
Now, obviously you grew up in Derry.
Yes.
And I believe there's going to be a big honour coming to you very soon.
Oh, it's nuts. I mean, look, I'm going to a thing called SODS, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been made an honorary member. SODS is the Society of Distinguished Songwriters.
Yeah.
It's a whole load of #1 songwriters who slap each other in the back and what have you. But I'll be going around there going, have you got a mural? Because they're putting a mural of me up in there. And they'll be like, well, no, who hasn't got a #1, you know?
Yeah.
Come on.
Wow.
So have you got a mural? You know?
So the only other mural I can think of is the Derry Girls mural up there as well.
There's a John Hume one. We're not the same thing at all, but
Yeah.
and there's a Undertones one. And you know the girl from CMAT? She's had one, but it's not in Derry, it's up in her hometown.
Ah,
so
right,
it's becoming a thing.
It's becoming a thing,
Where
yes.
the murals
yes.
and but the weirdest thing is the tourists coming out and having talks by locals, and you're like, well, that's just that place there that we used to hang out. It's just it's nuts. Okay, so this is my guitar. I wrote all my songs on, all my big songs back in the day, and it's in a right state. It could do with a wee dust, but I took it. I don't know what notion. I was doing a big gay and lesbian pride thing down at the Royal Albert Hall with Sting and Elton John, and I thought there's never going to be another opportunity to get these two under the same roof. But the thing about the back of the Royal Albert Hall, if you're in the you're working, if you're gigging or you're a performer, it's quite a warren, and there is a nice green room which we weren't in. Mm-hmm. But they were. Yeah. So I had to find this thing. So it's like a World War II trench, trying to get through, and layers of security, and say, no, I'm a singer and playing here today, and I just want to get them to sign the thing, and they're checking the guitar and looking inside it, and honestly.
Wow.
So I managed to get to their dressing room, and I knocked on the door, and I went, and Elton John answers the door. Hello, would you sign this for me? And he said, yeah, Peter says, I've got your album, it's great. I was going, okay, and then would Sting sign it? And he's going, yeah. And he Sting's out playing a chess game with his tour manager. The corner he went like that. Oh. I'm busy,
Yes,
and Elton went, go on, you queen. Puts that in his face with a marker, and he's like that. He signed, and they say never meet your heroes, but Elton, like, what a gentleman.
Wow. So we have Sting there. I see.
Yeah, you can see that.
Elton there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I went on to get it signed. Brian Cox has signed it for me, obviously, me old mate.
Yes.
I've got Midge there.
Wow, Midge.
Peter Cox, remember
Peter
from
Cox
Go
from
West?
Go West, yes.
Who else is Steve, the sax player from Spandau. Paul from the Drifters.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And they were all there. And Graham Goldman from 10cc.
Wow, exactly, yeah.
So I'm only trying to get Nile Rodgers to sign it when he's over.
Yes.
And possibly Mr. Grumpy himself, Van.
Well,
the man.
Niall's here all the time, so you've got a good chance of getting that.
Hopefully, yes. And then the idea is that we get this up for sale for the Derry Hospice when the time comes.
Fabulous. What a great idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Great idea.
Someone said something, I don't know if it's good for the podcast, but they said you should wait a certain gentleman to parts his mortal coil.
Well,
and then it might be worth more for the hospice.
A lot more. It could, yes, it could be, yeah.
There you go.
So the album's out now, and there's going to be another single coming out soon?
Yes, we hopefully do it anyway. The song came out, and it's been going down really well live. And we've got The Geek Who Ruled the World coming out next, so... Brilliant. Yeah, so we'll try and get remixes done and stuff, and should be all right. And it's not about Elon Musk. No. We started being an Elon Musk fanboy thing, but it ended up being like, I was thinking of the broligarchy, when you see like what's his name, Zuckerberg and all these guys that like the tech giants, and they all seem to exert like influence beyond what they should be.
Yes,
when you see like Number 10 getting a visitation from these guys, you're like, what are they talking about?
Yes, yeah.
So it's sort of throwing it wider to that, and it's good. And I'd love to be able to get a video together, but the label said to me, nobody makes videos anymore.
But you can make your own.
We can make our own.
You can make your own.
Well, now I know about
all
these.
All you need is one of those little cameras, and you can make your own.
It's following us around. I love it. Yeah.
Exactly. The gimbal following and everything. Yeah. But there you go. Peter Cunnah, as always, good to see you.
Robin, pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So my next guest on the show tonight is somebody that I met many, many years ago when she was singing in shopping centres all around the countryside, performing in various talent shows and music contests. Since then, she's gone on to be part of the music duo Saint Sister, and now she's just simply called Morgana. Morgan McIntyre is here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good to see you. So is it Morgan Morgana? What do you call yourself these days?
Morgana is my real name.
Is it?
Yeah. So that's on my birth cert. But then as I was younger, my mum just called me Morgan, shortened it to Morgan. It's easier than Morgana. And I hated Morgan growing up. I hated Morgana even more. But just over the last couple of years, Morgana is the witch in King Arthur tales, so that's what I'm named after, yeah. And it just felt more and more appropriate as the years went on that I felt, actually, I feel like a bit of a Morgana, so I'm embracing the witch now. Yeah. That's
Brilliant,
me.
right. So what about your background then? Obviously music was always in your family. Storytelling was a big tradition in your family, wasn't it?
Yeah, music, big fans of music in our household, but they aren't necessarily players, but they are great storytellers. They're both my parents are brilliant writers and tell stories in their own way. They're both journalists, so but that love of song and that love of distilling an idea and kind of really playing a song from start to finish and obsessing over it, I got that from my mum, and we would often chat about the best songs and try and beat each other with whatever, like, oh no, this is the best song, and no, this is the best song. So there was a lot of sharing of.
So what is the best song ever made then?
Well, one of the ones that is kind of in my the best one I think is Case of You by Joni Mitchell, and the second best one is Romeo and Juliet by Dire Straits.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, they like those two are like, God, they just keep rotating. One and two. Yeah.
Wow. Now, your granddad, he was a well-known playwright as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was a brilliant playwright and achieved a certain amount of success in Ireland. He's very avant-garde. Mm-hmm. He was doing a lot of immersive theatre stuff at the time when that wasn't really something that was done. And he's a very inspiring man. He's less good at being a family man, the truth all told, but he was a great inspiration in terms of the art that I make, and he took his art very seriously. But I think I would like to prioritize a little bit of I guess more of a balance in my life than he might have done.
All right, okay. Now, people probably know you from Saint Sister as well, because you did that for many years, and that was pretty successful, wasn't it?
It was. We did a good. We went all over the world, and we did an NPR Tiny Desk, which is probably one of my highlights, and Glastonbury, and opened for Robbie Williams in Hyde Park, and a few pinching moments. And I love being in the band, and we're just on a break at the moment, so you never. Well, we're just doing our own thing, and hopefully when the time is right, we'll get back on that horse and keep making music together.
Yeah. Now the Morgana thing at the moment, it's a lot more poppy for you, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think probably on purpose. I probably because we had spent loads of years developing a specific sound with Saint Sister, and so because there's two vocals singing at the same time, it's really controlled vocally, and there's a lot of room for expression, but it has to be done in such a way that you're not competing with the other voice. So I think I was enjoying being a bit more indulgent and kind of doing the power singing and kind of like going as loud as I can and not having to consider another voice in that, which is just a whole other different way of singing and performing. So I'm enjoying that now. But I feel like after a little while I'll be bored of the pop stuff, and then I'll go back into more folk or more country and just keep changing it up.
Wow. Is there a long-term goal, or things just happen?
Things just happen. If I can just keep making music and make that be my job, that's the goal. And then everything around that is just how to make it interesting for the people that will listen to the music and for myself.
I hear you're moving back to Belfast.
Yeah.
You've been in Dublin for a long time, haven't you?
I was in Dublin for about 15 years, and I loved Dublin, and I know I love Belfast as well, and I do love Belfast, but it's just we're moving because it's just so hard in Dublin. It's so expensive, and it's hard to be an artist in Ireland in general, and I think in Dublin it's just becoming unfeasible. So Belfast is there, and the music scene is it's kicking off, and it's so vibrant at the moment. So I am looking forward to it.
I mean, throughout the whole of Ireland, I mean, everything from country to pop to the likes of Kneecap popping up and going worldwide as well. I mean
come on, like they're the biggest band in the world now. Like, it's unbelievable to watch. So they're part of the big community that's being built here. So I'm looking forward to really digging my heels in here.
Brilliant. We're going to play the new video.
Thank you so
Tell
much
us
for
about
playing
the song. What's it all about then?
It's called I'm Not Going Anywhere, and it was one of the first songs I wrote when myself and Gemma and Saint Sister took a break. And I think I lost a lot of confidence around that time. I had put a lot of my stock and my sense of identity into being in a band, and when we decided to quiet down for a while, I was a bit unsure of who I was I interesting anymore, was the only thing that I had to offer being in a band, and this was a song that kind of got me out of that. It's very stubborn, and it's really like I sing the refrain I'm not going anywhere over and over again, and it feels like a bit of a mantra of this new project of no matter what happens, no matter what circumstances change, I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep making music. I'm going to keep singing until I'm dragged out, basically.
Brilliant. So the single's out now. Is the album coming soon to follow? Or,
the album will be out next year,
Brilliant.
So looking forward to getting more songs out there. It's just we've been playing shows for the last 2 years with Morgana, and only recently starting to release music, so it's lovely to actually have stuff out in the world.
Brilliant. Well, the best of luck with it.
Thanks so much,
Good
Robin.
to see
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.
So there we go. That's all we have time for on the show this week. A big thank you to all of my guests. And to play us out, here she is. Here's Morgana, and I'm not going anywhere. See you next week. Night, night.
That bell was loud when it rang, and you closed your eyes when I sang to you. And in the darkness you imagined I was turning on my heels. Your head is good when it's here, but you're still afraid of the year ahead. And you recently decided I'd always forget your cigarettes. I'm gonna hold you like a baby. Call me crazy, but I think that's what you need. I'm gonna hold you like a baby. Call me crazy, but I think that's what you need. You can look at me the way you want. I'm not going anywhere. You can look at me the way you want. I'm not going anywhere. You can look at me the way you want. I'm not going anywhere. You can look at me the way you want. I'm not going anywhere. That felt a lot like the end. When you left the party at 10, I knew I am nothing in the darkness without you. I'm just a drone. Your head is good, but it's spinning. You said I'm hell-bent on winning, and you recently decided that I'm clearing up the junk. I'm gonna hold you like a baby. Call me crazy, but I think that's what you need. I'm gonna hold you like a baby. Call me crazy, but I think that's what you need. You can look at me that way all you want. I'm not going anywhere. You can look at me that way all you want. I'm not going anywhere. You can look at me that way all you want. I'm not going anywhere. You can look at me that way all you want. I'm not going anywhere. You can look at me that way all you want. I'm not going anywhere. You can look at me that way all you want. I'm not going anywhere. You can look at me that way all you want. I'm not going anywhere. You can look at me that way all you want. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna hold you like a baby. Call me crazy, but I think that's what you need.